Hello, W.J. Burns PHX. This here is a 1942 Philco Model 42-327 table radio with push button presets, push button on off. It has two bands, AM broadcast and shortwave band. It has been completely refurbished inside and outside. The entire cabinet was taken apart, well, not completely apart, but the dial face holder was taken off and the bars were taken off, and the cabinet and the items were completely refinished and refinished. This is a black lacquer. And on the base is black lacquer as well as the little trim. It has been finished with quite several coats of clear poly. The buttons have been refinished and new labels put in and new plastic covers. It has a new speaker grill cloth. Two of these knobs are original. This here is a reproduction. The chassis has been gone through, and let's see, I think 4 tubes were replaced in this with new old stock. The RF tube, one of the IF tubes, the power tube, and I think the detector tube was replaced in this. It's got new chassis stickers. The antenna has been cleaned and refurbished. It has new clip-on disconnects for removing the antenna without having to desolder them from the antenna leads. It has a new polarized power cord. It has had 4 resistors replaced that were out of tolerance. Some of the old crumbling wire was replaced. Has new lamps, a new lamp, I should say. It operates off 110. The chassis or the cabinet labels have been protected. It has been aligned on both bands. Let me give me a moment to get this camera in a stirrup, and we'll put it through its paces on both bands. Okay, we'll start on the shortwave band and work our way up, and then we'll come back across the band. This first time through, we're going to do it without an assist from the antenna adapter on the back of the chassis, and then when we go through it, we'll come back the other way, and I'll turn on the I'll put the antenna adapter, the external antenna adapter, into distant mode, and we'll see how well an improvement it will make on the shortwave band. So here we go. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. We don't get too much shortwave in here in midday, but with the sun being nice the past few days, we're starting to pick up a little bit. In the early mornings, you'll get more better reception, and in the late evenings, you'll get better reception. Not sure where any of this stuff is.
Minutes. Coordinated Universal Time.
Yes, WWV.
People were sick and tired, you know, and then we got the watered down nonsense. 27 years from Ross Perot's run in the 90s.
Wonder whatever happened to that guy. Right near 12 megahertz. This might be Cuba. I know in the evenings Cuba comes in pretty well, around 12 megahertz.
And you could learn that. Today, it's a 3-story library called the Law Library. Nobody can know that. How is a sovereign soul in America supposed to get justice when the regulations...
There's some amateur. That's pretty good for no external antenna. Okay, that looks like about it. Now, I'll go back and flip the switch over to distant and we'll track the other way. Now, I haven't got a antenna wire hooked to that terminal on the back of that adapter. This is without an antenna connected to the adapter.
That light, the candelabra, that candlestick, not only is representational of the Holy Spirit.
Now I think you can alleviate a lot of that hiss and static on this thing by connecting it to an earth ground. to the chassis.
As we know it in the 21st century. This generation must decide. The listeners to this program.
Some shortwave stations are so close together. Yeah, I mean, you could breathe on the knob and it'll probably change the channel.
You can't ask and you can't do it. Because this is so much fundamental to who we are as sovereign human beings. This
Okay, that's it for that one. Let me shut this thing back into the local position, and we'll kick it over to the broadcast and we'll start it up on that.
Thank you for you on my way.
We only have one station here, so everything else is going to be distant. That's distant. I think that's our local station, but it's more like up at 1600. Might be a harmonic of it.
To talk about maintenance and repairs. Fresh strawberries from the Arizona Farm Bureau and Arizona.
This one here is in Sedona, about 16 miles away.
Every Arizona homeowner.
That's out of Flagstaff, about 70 miles away.
Let's discuss water one drop at a time. Again, that's February 20th at noon at the Prescott Public Library. For more information, please visit www.prescottwaters.com.
The valley south of us.
Are you financially prepared?
Now, in the evenings, you'll get a lot more stations come through. At least we do here, because a lot of the stations drop their power back when the sun drops.
I just went on and on and on. Hey, going on, building 429.
Will Stone be silenced? I'm Mike Moss. Easy. With that, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker has entered the race for the Democratic presidential nomination.
Cory Booker most recently made national.
That's it for the AM broadcast frequency. So yeah, that I'll try to append an evening scan of the bands so that you can see how this thing is going to look under a dial light. We'll be back then. Okay, it's about 6 p.m. We're in the shed now. Going to go through the shortwave band, and then we're going to go through the broadcast band to show you some evening reception. I have a long wire hooked onto the external adapter on the back of the chassis, only because we're in the shed now, and it's all made of metal, so the reception is liable to be cut down quite a bit on the shortwave. So I've included the long wire antenna onto the adapter to improve the reception on the shortwave. Now we'll start on the high side and work back.
Estaremos aquí ocurrirá con la generación 5G de los móviles.
Jefes del Estado Mayor Conjunto de Seúl y Washington acuerdan reforzar la alianza militar.
Now earlier it was more active up here in the upper part of the band. In the evening now it'll be more busy down here on the lower part of the band.
Ha explicado que el presidente Donald Trump está listo para declarar el fin de...
Alright, let's see if we can alleviate some of that noise. I don't have an earth ground on this chassis right now.
Un segundo con China, los medios de la Casa Blanca destacó que han logrado tremendo.
Queremos conocer la calidad intelectual estacional por la onda corta, con modulada a nuestro sitio en internet.
Okay, doesn't look like we're going to get a whole lot, especially being in the shed. Kick it over to broadcast.
De la aprobación. Ciudadanos.
California Live on Fresno's new talk radio. Formación universitaria.
Findings on Thursday in Sholo. Those attending the meeting at Sholo
That's our
City
local
Hall
station
from 4 to
here in
6
town.
will be able to review and comment on potential trans.
Trying to actually get work done.
All these other stations are someplace else.
As a person who is carved out heat and disorientation, excess heat can actually.
El noticiero mundial. Manifestando la compasión de Dios.
Now earlier we weren't getting this much noise on the line. I'm not really sure what it's from. I've got everything unplugged or turned off in here other than these lamps, and these lamps are low voltage lamps, so they're running off a battery. Unless it would be my phone that would cause it, but typically hasn't. We've been experiencing some interference on this line. I've noticed it mostly since Christmas.
There's going to be a westbound 210 Social coming up to Citrus Avenue. Crash involving 2 motorcycles, another car. Middle lanes blocked. Please on the way to check this out. I suspect more than your middle lanes are blocked. This backup is starting to build now. It's at Sunflower now. Within the next moment or two, it'll be
Bonilla Valdez indicó que el aumento del salario mínimo es un factor que los inversionistas.
Quite a lot of stations in the evenings.
And a little bit miscommunication between the officials I think that we all recognize that being in that position, you are the face of the league, and you have the responsibility. Yes. All to come here on 94. CNN and used to be reporting on national security, but apparently is reporting.
I have no idea where that station is, but it's must be on a reservation somewhere up north here. I never even knew it existed before about 6 months ago. Okay, that's it for that. We'll kick it on over to the push buttons.
Imagine the
old days, Goose used to try and pick names that had some, you know, class.
Push buttons are all set up for whatever I could get here. I'll include a short video clip with the radio on how to set up the buttons.
Just because, I don't know, it sounded good.
Okay, there you have it. A 1942 Philco Model 42-327, completely refurbished inside and out. Available soon. Thanks for watching.